go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
An injured player still down.
And sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 82 yards rushing for him.
But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Rolling to his right. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some ways.
Already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard. 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And able to get this one across the 45. The Steeler offense ready to get going here in this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers find an open or get through contact or trash. Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the
control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people, assistant coaches, getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy.
Oh, here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe way through the air.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
Even with a big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to...
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. It's a big game.
It is definitely a big game, and not just for seeding and placement and such, but for trying to establish yourself as a team to beat. You want everyone else in the league to look at you and say, boy, it's going to be tough to knock those guys off.
And he's got room. He's at the 40, the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got a bit more involved here. Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want.
Throwing now is Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From midfield, here's Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. To throw, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Man, that ain't made no sense.
So a costly penalty yardage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. And he will have a Steelers first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Back to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Harris. Gets around him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three. Line and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. CD, this defense, I mean, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense,
they'll run again with Harris. Able to slither by. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And all the way down to the 42. And after getting tackled, he's...
the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do